All right, we're back on the record, and up next, we've got sentencing and People v. Keith Gerlach, file 24-6912FH. Counsel, you want to state your appearances, please?
Melissa Goodrich, Blaine County Prosecutor.
And Mr. Nightingale, you want to place your appearance on the record?
Oh, please. No, not here for Mr. Gerlach, who is here in person in custody.
All right, and we're here for sentencing on, we've got possession methamphetamine, a 10-year felony, R&O, a 2-year felony, drunk driving, a 93-day misdemeanor, sentence agreement for a county cap and a guideline range advisory that's scored at 10 to 23 months. And have you had a chance to review the report and recommendations with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Any additions or corrections to the report?
No, Your Honor.
Any scoring challenges?
No.
All right, Ms. Goodrich, any scoring challenges or additions, corrections from the people?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything you want to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. So for Mr. Gerlach, Judge, he does have obviously some criminal history here. He's got 4 prior felonies, 10 misdemeanors. He comes before the court at 40 years of age. Very grateful for the agreement we were able to work out with the prosecutor here for this county cap. I think that it's fair and reasonable under the circumstances. What I would like to sort of reiterate on behalf of Mr. Gerlach here is that his entire intention in pursuing this case has been to go to treatment. And I think that's really made clear in the PSI with his interview with probation, that is his ultimate goal. His foremost goal is to get to treatment and have the court order him to do that treatment. He thinks that he does need that enforcement, that accountability from the court. It sounds like MDOC does not want to provide those services. I don't know if they don't want to provide it. They don't know that it's going to be useful for him, maybe is a better way to say it. Our position is that, in order to rehabilitate him and to reduce recidivism, that the court should order him into treatment. I think a reasonable period of incarceration here, he scores at a minimum of 10. We would ask for maybe a little less than that. And then to have him released to do treatment would be our preference at this point. If the court doesn't want to do that, then the court's sort of stuck with the 1 year and done. It's kind of the way that I read the plea agreement. So I think for the benefit of society and Mr. Gerlach himself, we would ask the court modify the recommendation a little bit to have him do a period of probation with treatment. He is still medication compliant as far as his mental health needs are concerned, even within the jail, which I think is great news. He plans to stay that way. I think he understands that at this point in his life, if he neglects that treatment, that he's going to suffer the consequences, not just in his personal life, but in the criminal justice system. Further, Judge, he does have good family support. His partners here today, his parents, from what I understand, are very supportive and upstanding members of the community, from what I hear. So, Judge, that's what we're asking for. If the court's going to order additional incarceration, we would ask that Mr. Gerlach be made eligible for trustee services. If the jail would also deem him eligible for that. I don't believe that he wants to make a statement, but of course he can change his mind.
All right, thank you, Mr. Gerlach. You don't have to say anything today, but you're allowed to. Is there anything you want to tell me or no?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Goodrich, any recommendations from the people?
Yes, Your Honor. The defendant back on September 13th of 2024 had caused a car crash, which led to police involvement. His blood sample showed marijuana, amphetamine, and methamphetamine in his system. He also had a backpack with some methamphetamine and Suboxone in it, which led us here to today. He previously has served 5 terms of probation. 3 of those were revoked due to noncompliance. I think that's what led to the recommendations here today. Previously, looks like his longest time in jail was 8 months back in 2006. And then he served 5 other jail sentences, with the most being 93 days in jail. He did poorly on bond in this case in both district and circuit court levels, and which led to his bond revocation and why he's incarcerated today. I think that the 1 year jail is proportionate to what occurred as well as his performance on bond. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Gerlach. If you please stand for the court sentence. Mr. Gerlach, you're 40 years old. You have 4 prior felonies, 10 prior misdemeanors. You have a history of performing poorly on probation. You performed poorly on bond in this case. Drove on a suspended license. You were drinking. I revoked your bond. I'll dismiss the pending contempt citations. It doesn't seem like it's fruitful to really go forward with those hearings. But you know, you didn't do well on bond. In this case, you were driving high on meth and you hit another car. You know, so you're a public safety danger as well. I agree with your attorney that, you know, some treatment would help you. The problem is you've been offered services and probation before, you've not complied. You didn't comply on bond. So I agree with the Department of Corrections that it doesn't make much sense to place you on probation because you've not complied with or benefited from any of the services we've tried to give you over a period of time. Now you're in the realm where you've got enough of a record that you're on a straddle cell. So you're getting awfully close to next time being a prison sentence. If I'm going to guess, I'm guessing that within the next 3 to 4 years, I'm sending you to prison for something else. That's what my money'd be on. So just remember that next time when you are here going to prison, that's the next sort of thing. So I hope that you make some changes you can prevent that from happening. I can't prevent that from happening. Mr. Nightingale, as skilled as he is, can't prevent that from happening. In any event, the advisory guidelines at 10 to 23 months, I think this is the kind of case where the county cap did you some good. And I'm going to follow the recommendations. Order that you serve that there's $186 in state cost, $130 in the crime victims assessment, $350 in court costs. And on the possession of methamphetamine and resisting obstructing, I'm going to order you serve 12 months in the Sheboygan County Jail with credit for 47 days previously served. On the OWI, it'll be 93 days jail with credit for 47 days served. All three of those counts will run concurrent with each other. And I would indicate that on the judgment that the court has no objection to your participation in CBT or trustee programs in the jail if you are determined to be eligible for them. All right, Mr. Gerlach, you can appeal if you wish by filing an application to the Court of Appeals. If you wanted a lawyer, I'd give you one, but you'd have to make that request within 6 months of today's date. So we're going to hand you some of that appeal paperwork, ask you to initial one copy so we have a record we gave it to you. The other one's for you to fill out if you want to appeal. Do you have any questions for me, Mr. Gerlach? Okay, good luck to you, sir. Mr. Nightingale, I see a prison calling in. I presume that's Mr.